Yo, what's going on? It's your boy King Rez. Look, you already know we back with a motherfucking banger. Look, we about to dive into the Jay-Z Epstein case. What in the hell is going on right now, bro? Jigga Man, Hove Man, The Rock Nation? Man, this shit about to get crazy. I'm trying to see what's up, bro.
You guys are not caught up yet, let's do a brief recap. So, the Epstein files were released yesterday. Now, when the Epstein files were released, this document was included in the Epstein files and it mentioned Jay Z. Now, when Epstein was initially arrested in 2019, there was a tip line that was opened by the FBI where anybody could call in and leave a tip about Epstein. The feds opened up this tip line because they believed that, the Epstein information they had was only the tip of the iceberg. Now, somebody called into the tip line in 2019 and they left a tip. Now, they claim, that they was abducted and they were by Epstein on multiple occasions, that they were during parties. On one occasion, she was abducted from her home and she
Damn.
woke up in the presence of Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z at Epstein's mansion in Florida. Now, she would claim that when she woke up in the presence of Jay-Z and Weinstein, Jay-Z stood by as she got by Weinstein when Weinstein inserted his fingers into her bodily autonomy. Now, again, she didn't really list nothing that Jay Z did particularly, but Jay Z even being there and watching, then minor being by Epstein and Weinstein, that's still bad in all. But the story itself began to break down when she claims that she was abducted 7 times, that the didn't stop until 2006 when she would have been well into her adult ages. So all in all, if you hate Jay Z, you believe this. If you like Jay Z, you don't believe it, and it's causing chaos online. Right now, the one part of this that's being heavily scrutinized is this William Barr excerpt. Right, so she claims that Leon Black and the current United States Attorney General William Barr was present during some of the occasions of the
I don't
iHeartMedia
know
Jay
who the
Z
fuck they are.
defenders ran to the timeline to defend Jay Z by attempting to point out what they would claim is wrong information or something that discredits the entire tip line transcript. They would claim that when the person claims that the current Attorney General William Barr was present, that they were incorrect because William Barr served as the Attorney General in 1991 to 93, and he was not the Attorney General in 94. So, aha, they lied. So, hence,
So,
the entire tip is
hold on. So, this is probably made up. Bro, this is crazy, bro. Listen, man. For Hove, I hope this is made up, bro. For real, for real. I don't want to see my man go down like that, bro. But damn.
discredited. But it looked like she rushed to Jay Z's defense a little too soon because when you scroll down, she was brutally fact checked. The FBI
Jeez.
report describes William Barr as the current United States Attorney General at the time of his filing in July 2019 when he held that position, not in 1994 as he claims. Because, yeah, like the report or the FBI tip line was in 2019 and William Barr was the AG in 2019. But nonetheless, bruh, listen, at this point, if you're somebody who supports Jay Z, then you look at this and you say, bro, this is a tip line. It was never really investigated. It wasn't found credible, right? So, like what? Like we're just like assigning blame now, especially with allegations this heinous off a tip line. If you're somebody who don't like Jay Z, you're of the approach that Jay Z is a terrible human being, one of the worst human beings to ever live. So you believe every single detail that comes out because you already think this about Jay Z. You just don't have the proof. So this is gonna be your proof. You're gonna hang on to it. But Lauren LaRosa got tore up, bro. Like, if you go to these quote tweets, Lauren LaRosa got tore up for being like a Jay Z puppet, right? Somebody tagged her and says, Lauren LaRosa, not only is this post a pathetic display of your bias in media coverage, it also displays your lack of reading comprehension. The report does not say William Barr was the AG in 94. It says William Barr was the current Attorney General when the report was filed in 2019. So people is at her, bro. People says, look at these pro-pedo people of all of a sudden, they could never try to moral grandstand or virtue signal ever again. 50 Cent wasted no time. As soon as this news dropped, 50 Cent
Hey, hey, 50 be waiting, bro. 50 be in the bushes, bro, lurking, bro. That nigga's a menace, bro. That nigga's a menace. He said something about he had a Jay-Z documentary coming, like the Diddy joint. I said, damn, bro. Hey, yo, why everybody coming at Ho? It's like left field, right field, bro. It's crazy. 50 is savage.
ran to his Instagram to let it be known that he's working on a Jay-Z documentary currently. So the caption stated, damn, they got your man's Jay in the Epstein files. I gotta do a doc on this ish. Now 50 Cent don't be bluffing, because we thought 50 was bluffing about the Diddy documentary. And now obviously we know he wasn't joking about that Diddy documentary, because the Diddy documentary was like #1 on Netflix, and it made like Diddy's life just a whole lot worse. Diddy, I think, is like trying to sue Netflix currently because of that 50 Cent documentary. So 50, if there was somebody bold enough to go after Jay-Z, it's gonna be 50 Cent. Now, do I think that Netflix and others would take the risk? I don't know, right? I think 50 might have to do this project on his own. Now, 50 Cent was not the only celebrity to go off on Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj, you know, took her opportunity to get her pound of flesh on Jay-Z. Nicki Minaj went to a MAGA wedding last night, so she couldn't tweet about this Jay-Z thing at all. But tonight, her schedule was apparently free. So she started raining hell on Jay-Z about an hour ago. So about an hour ago, Nicki Minaj tweeted out, "Hey, what you doing?" And then she quote tweeted, like allegations made by a Drake fan page where they claim that Jay-Z dated Foxy Brown when she was and took her virginity when he was 23. The page also claimed that
I've
Jay-Z was
heard
going
that.
out with Aaliyah when she was
14.
17 and he was 26, 27, 28.
Yeah.
They also claim that Jay-Z met Beyonce and started dating her. Now, listen, man, like these allegations are not really new in regards to Jay-Z. I think we heard like Jaguar Wright like spew these allegations for years. But this is like, I think the first time where we have somebody on Nicki Minaj caliber with like 100+ million followers on Instagram. She probably, got something similar on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody's of Nicki Minaj caliber to tweet these out, right? Now, she did play it safe by claiming true or false. Jay-Z is in a whole lot of trouble, bruh. Now, she went off on TMZ too, claiming that TMZ didn't cover, the Jay-Z being named in the Epstein files because Harvey Levin was also named in the Epstein files. Now, this is where Nicki Minaj starts to really rain hell on Jay-Z. At this point, bruh, if I'm Jay-Z, man, if this is not true, if you wasn't messing with Aaliyah when she was this young, and you ain't meet Beyonce, or you wasn't messing with Beyonce when she was this young, at
That's who was she dating before? Damon Dash. And that was a falling out. That was the beginning of the falling out between Jay Z and Dame Dash because Dame really he was all about Aaliyah, you know what I'm saying? And then here come Jay Z, swoop swoop. Then it became a thing, and then all of a sudden she just passed away. Then here come Beyonce. They had to make room for. You know what? Actually, I ain't going to go there because ain't nobody coming for me. Let's keep playing this fucking video.
this point, bro, you got to start suing, bro, because the allegations are sticking. Nicki Minaj continued, and she says, "Are y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing as a way of gaining and maintaining power?" This right here is some serious accusations. Now, she never stated Jay-Z particularly. All she did was post this picture, which if Jay-Z is gonna sue her, I don't know if this is, if this is gonna be enough for defamation. But, as she continued, if you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. All right, bruh. Right, here's where she started mixing like her MAGA nonsense into this, bruh. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times. Since I was trying to not say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Also, I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated, and until I tell you about all the sabotages Rico is finding out about Billboard. First off, Nicki Minaj is not releasing that. Listen, man. Nicki, that's nonsense. You're not releasing that album, not because of the Billboard Rico, because currently, bruh, we're not buying that album. Yo, people are sick and tired of the MAGA Barbie, of the MAGA nonsense, bro. What you've done has been despicable, and you can't really come back from it. Right, so right now, people ain't really checking for that album, bro, and she knows better. Nicki Minaj knows if she dropped that album in May, it's a straight boycott of that album. Nobody is listening or covering it, and she's gonna flop. Okay, now, Nikki continued and she says, "Your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their God. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood, however, the jig is up." Yo, Jay-Z and the Illuminati rumors didn't just start with Nicki Minaj, bro. I remember being like a kid, like literally like 9, 10 years old, and they were selling like CDs of Jay-Z and Beyonce being in the Illuminati in my barbershop. Like I remember actually like buying one of those like DVDs and bringing it home, and like we was like watching it, and they was showing like slow down of Jay-Z throwing up this, talking about like this right here stands for the pyramid. Beyonce was transforming into demons while performing. So this is not new, right? Like Nicki Minaj tying this into it is new. Now, Nicki is being very careful, right? Because she will say things that would allude to Jay Z, such as like the jig is up, right? Like, Jigga Man, but she doesn't really say Jay Z specifically. Now, she will go on and she will say, should I do a daily story time about who's been doing what? Now, she would also say, Trevor, who is Trevor? Right? Is Trevor Jay's like, who's Trevor? Trevor refuses to come out the closet when everyone in the industry knows his boyfriend, allegedly. By Trevor, is she talking about Trevor Noah? Oh, Trevor Noah hosted the Grammys tonight, so I'm assuming she's trying to say that Trevor Noah and Jay Z is apparently dating. Yo, to me, bro, even if you hate Jay Z, which I don't like Jay Z not one bit, but I'm not. Listen, man, I'm not believing it, bro. This sounds like schizophrenic rants, bro. She
What?
continues and she says, they sabotaged my documentary because I spoke about that I suffered. They've been trying to stall all my projects in hope I lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. Their leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told y'all to leave me alone. Now you'll understand why you should have just sat there and taken your meds. She continues and she says, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a in this day and age, and how y'all would have had his head on a platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of the Shade Room and more. She continues, says, maybe I should discuss the brainwashing techniques they use. Then she reposted a picture of Jay Z and Aaliyah, which is unclear if Aaliyah was not an adult in this picture. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe she wasn't. And she put, what in the F hashtag predator in regards to Jay Z and Aaliyah. She did, and this is about it, man. Yo, at this point, she's just trolling, right? So in
Yeah.
regards to whether or not like Jay Z is the top or the bottom, in regards to Trevor Noah, she put, isn't it obvious? Then she retweeted Jay Z and his son allegations. Now I'm gonna say this, man. Jay Z at some point is gonna have to come down from his high horse and actually address some of this, man. Because right now, I'll be real, the general consensus when it comes to
Yep.
Rock Nation is that Rock Nation is evil. They're mean spirited.
Yep.
They're behind a lot of evil stuff that's been going on in the industry. Folks, right now, if you poll people on Desiree Perez and Rock Nation, on Rather Not Dare the Devil, uh, a good 80% would probably tell you they don't trust Rock Nation. They hate Rock Nation. They think Rock Nation is
Yep.
devilish. They're demonic,
Yep.
right? And that's the general consensus. And that's because Jay-Z don't really address certain things. He don't really address certain narratives, which I think he should, right? I think you should come out and address how Desiree Perez was like allegedly kidnapping her daughter and get her institutionalized because she was dating a black guy, right? You should probably come out and address the fact that you snaked Colin Kaepernick and you snaked Jermaine Dupri, right? And you
Jeez.
worked for Massa, right? Probably address
Wait.
certain things because once you address certain things,
He not bringing up the time when he was doing that ritual jump with the shorty from the shorty with the black hands and the black fingertips and everything and black makeup and stuff, and it was like in the middle and they were like staring at each other like face to face, bro. I don't know, Jay. I hope none of this is true, man. But it's not looking good for you, man. It's not looking good for the whole, man.
right? It's easier for people to have a reference. Nah, Jay Z covered this. Nah, Jay Z talked about this, right? Oh, nah, Jay Z talked about this on this day. But when we don't know, because you won't speak, when you have allegations like, hey, yo, Jay
Yeah.
Z got this kid pregnant, she had a son, he hasn't claimed the son because the chick was an underage chick that he got. When you have things like that coming out and you're going out of your way to avoid a DNA test, like out of your way, Like you
Hmm.
are spending millions of dollars in lawyer fees to stop this kid from getting a DNA test from you because things like that make you look crazy. But y'all let me know in the comment section what do y'all think about this?
Yeah,
Do
for
y'all feel
real.
like
What do y'all
these
what
rumors are credible?
facts?
Right? Do y'all believe the tip hotline that came in? Do y'all believe Nicki Minaj? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video,
Yo, that's what I'm saying though. What do y'all think, man? Cause for real, it's like crazy. It's like the shit goes on and on and on for years. Like everybody just seen the videos of Beyonce changing and everything, and Jay-Z throwing up, you know what I'm saying, getting people sacrificed and everything else happening. So I mean, like I said, you believe what you want to believe. It's man, that's their life. I mean, but it's not looking good, man. It's like one thing after another for Jay, bro. I swear, it's like every time you turn around, it's either something with Beyonce or something with Jay or something with Blue Ivy. It's like, God damn, bro. But other than that, bro, I appreciate every single one of y'all for stopping through, watching, you know what I'm saying, subscribing, all that good stuff. Like I said, thank you for leaving comments. And other than that, man, peace. Have a blessed, great day.